goggles real quick. Yes.
What's up, guys, and welcome to another video. Stone is updating his goggles on his drone, so check out Stone's new setup. I'm going to show him because I know you're so proud of it. So, he painted this shelf like a coffee-stained brown, and then put an LED light strip behind it, and then he usually has all his drones up here, but there's the mini drone, and the goggles, and then another drone, and then we got some cool shit from other countries. But the coolest thing, guys, that I wanted to show you is that we have all the shelves all set up with all of the apparel nice and organized by size. We even got a label printer delivered today, and we also got some samples to try for some shipping bags. So we got the logo on the shipping bag. We're gonna test these out, see how they do, and just lots of exciting stuff happening. So I'm gonna go help Stone out with this drone, and then we'll get into the rest of the video. Want a cup of coffee?
Yeah,
I printed it for you. Okay, we're going in.
On the road to be labeled the greatest. Waste time trying to sleep when it leaves you. Now the fact that I'm underestimated only makes victory.
It came up and I locked out. It was an amazing moment. Like I actually cried after it happened. Like right after it happened, I like started crying because honestly, it just makes me think about I'm truly starting to recover now. I'm feeling good. My workouts are awesome. Like I've never felt this strong before, and to be able to deadlift 200 pounds just made me so happy. So it is Friday. I'm about to get ready to go outside and do Metcon Friday and get into my training session. But right now I'm doing a podcast series where I'm going through my entire journey from when I first got into fitness, through my eating disorder, through my recovery, through my relapse, through competing in bikini competitions, through working at corporate gyms, climbing the ladder there, and then eventually going on to start the Powerhouse Mentality, and to where I'm at now. And it's going to be something that I continue to build upon as we continue to build the brand. And a lot of the stuff from the time frame that I'm working through right now, which is my college years, which is when my eating disorder was at its worst, it's really hard for me to remember those times because when you're starving yourself and there's a lot of trauma involved, it's really hard to kind of remember those moments because you try to repress them. So what I'm doing is I'm going through old Instagram posts, old Facebook posts, and really looking at old YouTube videos to kind of rekindle my memory. And I came across that video and that ending, and it's unbelievable because I remember that moment so vividly and how proud of myself that I was that I had finally grasped the concept of actually recovering from my eating disorder and not just trying to mask it with something else. And that was 7 years ago. And the last 7 years have been unbelievably challenging, unbelievably rewarding, and they've been a hell of a journey. And I'm so excited for the next 7 years, for the next 10, to be able to build something with this, build something with my career as an athlete, because at this moment I can confidently say that I am the most free I have ever been from that disorder. Man, this Florida humidity is fucking crazy. I had to like wipe off the camera lenses multiple times, so hopefully that it doesn't fog up on me here. But let me show you guys what we're doing for the garage. So if you look at the ceiling is now no longer white. I don't know if you even noticed that, but it's no longer white. It is now a dark gray, and then Stone's gonna paint the walls another color this weekend, and then we're gonna add some stuff to the ceiling. And by the end of the video, I'll be able to show you guys the finished product, so you're just gonna have to stay tuned for that. But I'm about to get warmed up, get into training. We have 2 Metcons on the board for today. Usually there's 3 Metcons on Metcon Friday, but Coach sent over 2. I asked him, is there supposed to be 3? And he said, were there 3? Effort is a choice, better is better. So the goal for this session, and I've explained it on the channel multiple times, is to simulate competition. So it's to go hard, fuel between Metcons, go hard again, and we're going to a dark place, so let's get there. Alright, so as promised, I went to a very dark place. The fan's on, I'm not turning it off. My quad, I probably shouldn't sit. If I sit, I'm not gonna be able to stand up. My quads blew up. The bench press was the best part because it was a nice little break for your quads. But it's really hard to do a dumbbell bench press without any sort of leg drive power, so definitely gave a lot. Went to a dark place, that hurt. Gonna have some carbs, liquid carbs, and then we're gonna get to the second one in a little bit. That was a trap. That was a trap. 10 rounds for time, lower reps. You're just like, oh, quick, let's go. And that hurt. But there's really no way around that. That's gonna hurt no matter what. As long as, obviously, if you're giving it effort and you're getting what you want out of it, it's gonna fucking hurt. The frustrating part was that I was at a very, very good pace, and I felt like it was a hard pace, but I could maintain it, and it would get really uncomfortable towards the later rounds, but I would have been able to push through it. And I maintained that pace pretty well, except on the hang snatches. Around round 3, 4, I felt like a little bit of a pull in my hip, and I was like, I don't wanna mess this nerve up because it's been recovering this week after I messed it up on Sunday. So I kind of intentionally slowed down my cycling of the hang snatches a little bit in order to make sure that I didn't mess myself up, and really focused on engaging my glutes with each rep. So I'm happy about this training session as a whole, but I'm not happy about the 90% humidity and the amount of sweat that I'm covered in. You probably can't even see it, but I am disgusting. Like, my legs are covered in sweat. Like, I could probably wring out my socks, but I'm not gonna do that for you guys. So I'm gonna sit here for a little bit, find my soul, and then do a little bit of PT, post-workout shake, and then we're gonna go ship some Powerhouse packages to you guys. told them earlier we were doing stuff, but I didn't tell them what. And I'm not gonna tell them what. This is just a little, in the midst of it all. What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of the Powerhouse Mentality podcast. I am your host. I am Caitlin Kenna-Smith, and I put my sunglasses down, put my hood up, I leaned my head on the window the entire bus ride, and I just sobbed silently to myself because of how exhausted I was, thinking about the workout that I was just about to do and the pain that I was going to have to put myself through because I couldn't stop. It just kept getting worse and worse. Like, it started with the hour of treadmill sprints, and then it was an hour of treadmill sprints on top of my weight training. Then let's throw on 40 minutes on the Stairmaster to finish it off. And then let's do some battle rope intervals and some core work. It got ridiculous. It got to the point where I hated training and I hated fitness. And I was miserable. And I just cried on the way to the gym. And I cried throughout basically that entire workout as I just drug my body around because it didn't want to do anything. And then a few days later, I woke up at the time that I was supposed to, got on the bus at 4 a.m. and I fell asleep on the bus, and all that I can remember is waking up at the last stop to the bus driver waking me up and saying, "Oh, I thought you were dead for a second." And I remember thinking to myself in that moment, I wish I was. No matter how dark things seem, no matter how far down on rock bottom you are, you can move forward, you can recover, you can keep going. Even when you feel like there's no light at the end of the tunnel, the best part about being at rock bottom is that there's nowhere to go but up. And that might be cliche, but it's fucking true. So go out and do one thing that's gonna take you one step closer to where you wanna be. So I just recorded that episode of the podcast that I was talking about earlier of part 2 of the series of telling my story from fitness to eating disorder to everything building up to creating the Powerhouse Mentality to where I am now. And, I was showing you a couple clips in my office, but let's really focus on the most important element, and that is the candle that sets the ambiance because it gives me a good scent and it just feels good, and I'm a fucking candle slut. You can find me at any Bath & Body Works sniffing everything to find the perfect scent. But this one, pumpkin cream cookie, phenomenal. I found it at Aldi and I think it was like $5. It was one of those moments, it was kind of like a Target white bitch moment where you walk in for something and you walk out with something else but not the thing that you actually needed. And this was the most basic bitch moment of my life, I feel like. I walked into Aldi to get sourdough bread. I got distracted by the candle, bought the candle, the pumpkin candle, and then forgot the bread and had to go back for the bread. But yeah, just a little story for you guys. Office is coming along very nicely. I've spoken about it on here before, but I really love setting up an office for creativity, especially when everything that I do with the company, with building the brand, is a lot to do with creating things, creating apparel, creating different services and products and things that we're working on behind the scenes, and creating content with the podcast. So I need to have a good space, and this is exactly it. So shout out to my incredible husband for building this for me, and let's go check in on how his whole garage experience is going now. Bucky with something in his mouth. Oh, there's King. Okay. What the fuck? It definitely looks better than last time I was in here.
Yeah. A little
looks so cool though. Damn. Got that V.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How it comes straight out of the
That's so crazy. Oh my goodness, it's like a dance party in the garage.
yeah.
Oh my god. Alright, so this is what I have for dinner every single night. Excuse me, I am filming here.
Oh no.
This is what I have for dinner every single night. Spinach, iceberg lettuce, broccoli with lemon pepper that I boiled, I guess, steamed, whatever you want to call it. Chicken, steak, olive oil, mustard, and jasmine rice. And yes, I eat out of a Tupperware even when I'm at home because this just works. I mix it up. There's a lot of delicious textures and tastes. I love it. Stone's making his pizza, which maybe we'll show later in the video on how he makes that because we'll do that another day, not now because I'm starving, but that's it.
I had to take it out of my mouth because I got scared for my fake teeth, of
I
which
say
I have
no to unplanned.
This is what a typical night looks like.
pregnancy.
Computer work,
What?
Bucky, Kane.
He's
And
getting lines from a special
We are watching Good
commercial.
Mythical Morning.
The Roller King commercial. I say no to unplanned pregnancy. I can't even say it right.
You want to be on camera, bud?
Parency.
I thought you were just giving me advice.
Say no to unplanned
He's so
pregnancy.
focused on this right now.
Not really an option for me, but I'll keep
You
that in
know
mind.
how, you know on like TBS and like
Cat sitting on that. I was trying to sit on her.
of course he is. I wish it's weird.
All right, so it's Saturday, and Saturdays we train, we go to First Watch, we go to Starbucks, and then we just do a bunch of random shit. And on today's bunch of random shit that we did, we went to Vitamin Shop, we went to the pet store, we went to the bookstore, Stone got an acai bowl, then we got Frescas, because Frescas, we love Frescas, we have them every single night. We ran out of Frescas, we had one left, but I'm gonna show you guys what we got on our journeys today, because I feel like a lot of people like this kind of shit. But, number one, by the time this video goes up, the sale at Vitamin Shop will no longer be happening. But if you were lucky enough to capture it, Ghost energy drinks and Ghost hydration drinks, which we've been loving the energy drinks. The ingredients are really good formula, but also I'm a sucker for the marketing. So they are $1 each at Vitamin Shop through tomorrow, which is Sunday the 6th. So we got 12 of them because it's limit 6 per person. So Stone got a couple of these like bomb pop flavored, like the red, white, and blue pops. He really likes the orange cream one, so he got one of those. He got some tropical mangoes. I got the limited edition sour strips. I mean, the can, just look at that. Cover up my face so we can focus on that. Super sick. And then I got some Warheads sour watermelon because I'm a sucker for sour candy. So, from the dog food place, we got Kane and Bucky some of their favorite treats. So we get them these cookies. They're literally like dog Oreo cookies, and to be honest with you, the ingredients are much better than actual Oreo cookies. So, I mean, if you like Oreos, this could be a good alternative. We also got them some other little treats, and we got Bucky a Kong, and I was thinking I'm gonna mash up some banana and then freeze it and see if he likes it. But that's what we got there. And the last thing I got a new book. I love to read. I haven't read in a while because I've lost the habit of doing it. And honestly, the reason why is because I hadn't gotten a new book and I don't have anything that I feel like I want to reread. So I got Burn the Boats. I've never seen this book before. It captured my attention, so I bought it. And as you already saw, Stone bringing them in, we actually went to Home Goods too. And we got a rug, which is gonna go under the couch. And then we got an ottoman, which is gonna go in front of the couch. And then the next step is we need to get rid of that couch, right? Yeah. So according to the vlog, Stone is always on his phone on the vlog. That's the only time you're ever on the vlog.
Yeah.
I swear, he's an amazing person. He's just very shy. You look like a little child. Swinging your feet like that. I'm just gonna make him uncomfortable. I hope everybody's enjoying this content. But you got a really cool shirt on. What you wearing there?
One of our shirts.
One of our shirts. He's got the OG Classic Skull in misty blue with the Mentally Tough Trucker hat with the black patch. But I'll make him, I'll get the camera off him so he can stop feeling uncomfortable. And we're gonna put all this away. Is there anything more satisfying than having shelves filled with energy drinks? Caffeine is life. You know what? But the cool thing is that it's not just caffeine. There's also Epic Focus, legendary energy, 0 sugars, no artificial colors. But like I said, the ingredients, the formula on this is so great. The focus, truly epic.